Hello everyone. Today I am reviewing a true American icon. One of the best-selling cars in the United States. Something that for at least 18 years has outsold every other passenger car on this continent. It is the mighty, the nearly indestructible Toyota Camry. And today I am driving a 2001 Camry LE 4-cylinder automatic. What a beast. Now, the Camry is a funny thing. I suspect many of you are currently sat at home looking at this video and going, why on earth would you want to review a 2001 Camry? The new Camry is actually not a bad looking car at all. It definitely doesn't sound like that Dodge though. I would love to meet the person that bought this car new. I mean, what kind of person makes the very big financial decision to purchase a brand spanking new car and they go, you know what I want? You know what I really lust after? I want a basic standard Toyota saloon car with a lackluster engine, a boring automatic gearbox, and a very questionable colour combination. I don't know what the outside of this car is meant to be called. I'm hoping somebody could help me. I'm just going to call it Fool's Gold. And this interior is a bit of an oddity, this car. It really, really is. Now, what's really strange is there's actually quite a bit in here that I recognise. You see, I have a 1996 Toyota Celica GT4, or as they call it here, the Celica. No, we do not call it the Celica back home. That is why I pronounce it Celica. The indicator stalks are the same as my car. Some of the window switches are the same, and the dials are not the same, but they are very much the same style. And this car, you I'm sure will believe, actually replaced another Camry. The family that owned this previously had a 2000 model year Camry that had 191,000 miles on its clock and was quite happy to do another 191,000 when it was involved in a fairly major smash. And it was replaced with a car that had almost exactly the same mileage on it. In fact, the odometer down here is currently reading just over 192,500 miles. And truth be told, the car still feels very solid despite its age and the mileage, and well, I'm actually a little bit impressed with it. I gotta be honest, it is an absolutely disgustingly hideous thing to look at and to sit in, but it's got a very boring job to do and it seems to do it very, very well. Now, things aren't being helped by this slightly odd steering wheel cover, which in this heat is making my palms sweat a bit more than they probably should be. However, if I turn the aircon on, something rather terrifying happens. Yes, this car's AC appears to be possessed by the souls of the damned. It's a bit scary. Now, this has the 5S FE engine, which is a sort of distant relative of the unit I've got in my GT4. And this puts out, I believe, about 130 horsepower and was available exclusively with this auto box. Quite what the LE entails, I don't know. Now, pulling away is relatively easy, but even revving it out, I'm not really in much trouble of, getting any unwanted attention from the law. In fact, doing the drive-bys with this earlier was a little bit difficult because it blends in so well with a lot of the traffic around here that I couldn't actually pick it out. You see, I don't even know what a Camry really looks like. Yes, I know I'm sat in one and I've been looking at it today, but because we don't get them, it's a very nondescript car. It is a non-event of a car. Steering is kind of soft and woolly, although it's actually got a little bit of weight to it, more than you would expect from a modern equivalent of this. Things have got super light these days. The suspension is actually fairly comfortable. These seats are not, I mean, I'm just not a fan of fabric seats full stop, but these are particularly bleh. There's plenty of space in here, the boots are good size, there's enough room in the back. I feel like I'm perched up quite high, but this car does actually have electrically adjustable seats. Oh yeah. Got rake as well as forward and backwards. And up and down, there you go, whee! I'm sinking! Oh yeah, I feel quite low and sporty now. Oh, this is fun. Now, this was available with a 3-litre V6 that put out about 200 horsepower, so the Camry was never really going to be a sporting hero, front-wheel drive not helping its cause either. In fact, if the modern Camry had rear-wheel drive, then it would be a bit of a stunner. In fact, let me put up some shots now of the new car. I mean, doesn't that look good? I mean, it's nuts. The exact reason that this car replaced another Camry is because that last car really never ever put a foot wrong. Even though we are currently in the land of petrol-obsessed nutters and V8s on everything, there are plenty of people out there who simply want just an ordinary, normal, dependable car. And that's where the Camry comes in. It just gets on with the job of being a car. It's not out there to impress anyone. I mean, look at this over here. We've got a selection of proper American vehicles. We've got a nice old Mustang. We've got a not so nice Camaro IROC. And we have a Jeep Wrangler. I mean, that's a trio there. We're at rareexoticvehicles.com. There you go. We're going to look those people up, give them a bit of a shout out. That's a nice lineup there, and a big Ram pickup over the back, kind of classic American thing. And actually, this car does feel tiny over here. This is actually one of the later Camrys, which they consider to be a sort of mid-size car rather than a compact, which is what the early ones apparently were classified as. I'm actually now sat remarkably low down. I've lowered the seat so far. This is a very unusual thing to feel, where I'm actually tempted to raise the seat up a little bit. That's quite amazing. That nearly never happens these days. I am quite tempted to blast this thing down one of the local parkways or the twisty roads where I've been testing some of the other cars, but honestly, it would just be cruel. What I wanted to do today was just take this car out and just sample a little bit of what America's ordinary car is like, because that is what the Camry is. It's just a car. That's it. It's nothing special. It's nothing exciting. And that's kind of a shame, because I really think it could be something a bit more. Now, if you're a NASCAR fan, and granted, if you're watching my channel, you probably aren't, the Camry is what Toyota actually field in NASCAR. That is their entry. In truth, NASCAR vehicles are not at all based on the car they're supposed to be promoting. They are essentially a prototype racer type thing. They just look a little bit like the car they're meant to be. Underneath, they're a space frame type thing with a thumping great big V8 in them. And I would love Toyota to go a bit off the wall and just do like a GRMN Camry or something, and a rear-wheel drive one of these with a V8 would actually be quite a laugh. Not this version, the new one, the sexy one. That I would really love to see. But the Camry, I can't hate it, because it's not pretending to be anything that it isn't. It just, well, simply put, it just is. No, it's not a car that's going to set your hair on fire, but it's got a job to do, and it does it well. So it's a bit of respect from me towards the Camry. Not love, simply a tip of the hat. Well done, Toyota. It's nice to see someone sticking by their guns and not trying to sell a pickup to everyone under the sun. Although, of course, they do make those as well if you want one. Anyway, thanks for watching this brief little video and this little look at an American icon. We'll see you for the next one. We've still got a few more videos to crack out while we're here in America. Hope you've been enjoying them. If you have, please do subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the comment section, hit the like button. We'll see you for the next one. Bye-bye.